guys, and welcome back to another video with Lykkelilje. I hope everybody had a lovely Christmas and is ready for a great new year. This drawing is actually one that I did back in November, and I was planning on making it into a video, but as you may already know, I didn't really have the time to finish it at that point. So here we go, late December, almost 2018, with yet another piece of Steven Universe fan art. And for those of you who actually stick with me all the way to the end, I have something extra for you guys. At the time I did this drawing, I didn't really like how it turned out, and I'm still not really satisfied with it. I think it was because I did the drawing after I hadn't been drawing digitally for a really long time, or at least it felt like a really long time. So I was a bit rustic in my way of coloring especially, and I wanted to do this in a more painterly coloring style. And looking back at it now, that may not have been the best decision if I wanted to be happy with this drawing. But I guess avoiding doing more painterly style because I'm not really satisfied with how I'm able to do it and don't feel good enough won't really help me be better at doing more painterly. So I guess I just have to practice, even though I hate doing something that doesn't look good. And this one was one of those times where I really felt that the line art were great, and then when I colored it in, it didn't really satisfy me as much as the sketch had done. As usually, I did a small color palette off screen, so you didn't have to see me try and pick all the colors again and again until finding it right. And now I'm just laying in all of the flat colors before I'm adding in highlights and shadows, and that was the part that I had a bit hard time doing. I kind of wish that I had a bigger screen when I'm recording for my videos, because I don't like the look of the videos where I'm zooming in and out too much. But unfortunately I don't really have a big screen on my laptop, and I don't really have the money quite yet to actually go out and buy a bigger screen. But maybe 2018 will be the year where I get a bigger screen, or maybe a Cintiq or another kind of display tablet, because that's something I really wish that I owned. As you may have seen in the beginning of this video, I did the sketch on a piece of paper, or actually more specifically I did the sketch in my sketchbook, and I think I did it during the summer where I didn't have any work and where I had a bit more time on my hand to actually sit down and do some sketches and drawings. And I used a photo of Wonder Woman as a reference, just so that the pose would be more dynamic and look more sort of realistic. It doesn't really look anything like the picture if you saw them side by side, but I really like that I had the opportunity to look at someone holding both a sword and a shield, just to see how that would look in real life. And I think that it turned out way better than if I had just used my pure imagination. Actually, this past year I have used much more reference photos than I have done previously, and especially when drawing hands, and that also means that I can see a huge improvement in the way that I'm drawing hands, and that I'm actually able to do more hand drawings without using reference, if that makes sense. I have used so many reference and looked at so many hands that now it just comes more natural to me drawing hands. I really like seeing how much I've improved over a certain time period, but this year I unfortunately haven't done any redraw challenge, so I don't have a specific example that I can look at to see how much I've actually improved this last year. And I know that for 2018 I want to do at least one redraw challenge, maybe two if I feel like it, and if I can find two drawings that I want to redraw. For the coloring part, I actually used one of my own brushes that I've shown in a previous video how I'd made. So for those of you who actually want to try and make your own brushes, I will of course leave a link for you guys. I'm almost done with this drawing, and I'm just adding a few last details such as small highlights here and there. As mentioned in the beginning, I have something extra for you guys who stuck with me all the way to the end, because around this time last year I did an art summary showing drawings from each month of the year. So this year I wanted to do an update to show you guys, and of course also myself, a small overview of what I have done this year. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please remember that I will be back next year, and take care and Happy New Year.